Super cranky. Super crank. Super crank. Super cranky. Super crank. Super crank. Super crank. Super crank.
First off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow rules, I'm a trendsetter anyway. Okay, I march to the beat of my own drum. They say I need rules in my life, well I got some. That's one, kill the competition. Two, be a loyal dog. Three, and if they snitching on your man, send them to the mall. Four, when you party, go hard till you hit the floor. Five, if you didn't see me do it, what the hell you asking for? Welcome to my world. S-I-N-A.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you so much for joining me. That ended abruptly. That was weird. That was really weird. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on the Sunday night live stream. We are here live 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday here on the Big Llama Show YouTube channel. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. But again, it's the Big Llama Show featuring Blackout AD. So welcome to the show, Mr. Blackout AD. How are you today, sir?
What's going on, man?
What's up, man? What's up?
You got caught off guard. I was watching. You were sipping the adult bev.
Well, the system's been a little wonky, a little slow. So like even to get the show started, it was like delayed, and then it cut out early. So it's all right. It's all good. It's not a professional studio as of yet. It will be. It will be. All right. And then we can drink beverages, and somebody will say, "Hey, 3, 2, 1, let's go."
You guys are wrong.
It'd be like that scene in Anchorman where he's like, "We're live. I don't believe you." He sips more of his whiskey. All right, guys. So, guys, welcome to the show, man. I'm excited, man. I've had the week. I would say the week of a lifetime, man. I came to a great realization. Things have went really bad and really well, and I'm at this point I'm at a happy place, and that's good. But so we'll talk about a little bit of that. AD, how's your week been?
It's been busy.
I know how your week's been.
It's been busy, dude. You can see it on my face. It's been this week starting week is the last week of school, so I've been trying to get my online shit that I procrastinated on all year done. So I got that done. Then I got another job so I could get our studio dreams going. But
sure.
Other than that, I've just been going through the motions.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. So, okay, so I don't like to. I always like to separate, and for the most part, we've been blurring it more and more. But I've been getting more personal on the channel, and at least on the live streams.
Yeah.
And which I like. I like the I like the fact that I get to I'm opening up more and more. I think there's less fear and anxiety from my part to share more of my personal.
Yeah.
But I did want to share my story this week only because, like, if for those of you who know from behind the scenes, I have been as they say, unemployed, right, for a little bit. And so and it's been tough. It's been tough because, you go from a position where, you've got everything kind of set and you've got a routine and things happening, to no routine and things kind of being kind of shitty. And so I focused a lot on the channel. I try to, focus my energy on get myself back into shape. But the more I didn't have that piece, that thing that was missing, right, of being, having a job, the more I kind of let things go. Like I wasn't, and so I kind of got to a low this week. And now let me explain why. And again, I wanted to share this because it's interesting because it leads into the video that I made with
Just don't start crying, dude.
Well, it's going to tell you why I was so emotional during that video. This is kind of where I'm getting to. So, guys, I mean, listen, man, I've worked for over 30 years, in some shape or form, from high school all the way through till now. And so not having a job for an extended period of time, like really, like I've gone through this once where it was out of my control. But it wasn't that long. It was like within a couple of weeks, I got another job and it was fine. Everything was great. This was an extended period, so it's been a while. I got humbled because I had to go to a job fair, like resume in hand and walking around, to people. And not that I felt I was above that, but I was like, damn, 30 years of working and having, great jobs and having a good performance and all this other shit, to what I felt was like groveling for a job. It was like, I need a job, I need money, So I was kind of dejected. I was like, this was on Tuesday. I was like, nah, I can't do this. Like I walked in and I said, I can't do this. I cannot go and beg for a job. And I walked the floor of the job fair like 6 times. And I didn't talk to anybody. I just looked. I walked around. I looked. I was judging. I was an asshole. Because people are just looking for work, and that's why I was there. So, but I just kept saying, why am I here? What am I doing? Right. So I finally got the nerve to talk to like a couple employers. I dropped off my resume. I left there in the lowest of low. I was like, I have been humbled. I don't know what I've done to deserve any of this, but I am down. And I got in the car and I started to drive home, and I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to do. No, I wasn't in a dark place. I just was fucking, down. So now, lo and behold, and again, I've been applying for jobs for like months and hundreds of applications. And the company, a company called me and they were like, "Hey, man, we were ready to make you an offer." Like, and I was at my lowest. Like, I was driving home and I was almost like in tears, like pissed off. And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll take it." Right? Like, it was a good offer. Everything was good. I don't get into those specifics, but I hung up the phone with the lady and I let out a scream, like God damn, like damn it, like this is finally, something good is happening. And I called my wife. I called everybody, just excited, and it just gave me. And it sucks, right? That a job gives me new life, but it finally put things back into a flow for me. And I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to work and whatever. And now I've got a couple of weeks until this job starts, and I've got time in my hands. But what I did was I said, okay, I feel good. I'm going to go record. And I recorded everything everywhere all at once. And the emotions that you saw in that video were the result of this like moment that I had in the car and everything. And unfortunately, the movie deals with making decisions and failing. Right. That's what I got out of the movie, was like, you make a million different decisions, and that's her multiverse. Right.
Yeah.
And because you try so many things, you feel like you're a failure. So when that got to that point, I ugly cried, and that's why, like, it was really bad. In fact, after the movie was over, I didn't go right into a reaction. I had to get in the car and pick up my son because I was like, I can't sit here and do this. Um, but yeah, man, it's like, so the video, I was very proud of it because I loved the video, but like, damn, I hit it. I hit an emotional like crescendo of all things happening all at once, like just like the movie. But and I didn't even know about it. So that's the thing. And so anyway, I had to get that off my chest. And that's why the reaction is as emotional as it was, is like it finally happened. And I just, it started to click, and I think everything was working. I'm like, okay, this is good. This is what's going to happen. So anyway, that's where I was, man.
I feel that. I mean, I'm still gonna make fun of you for crying.
I know you are.
What do you say in the chat? Like, you got to feel your emotions. It's like, dude, I'll cry, but not on camera, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day something happens and I just start tearing up.
I'm gonna get you to cry on camera. I'm gonna get you one time.
It's not gonna be you that dude. It's gonna have to be something like, I don't know, maybe one of those moments. But I mean, it's dope that you got a job. I think, because every week we talk and we have like a little time before and after the show.
Yeah,
you can see it in your face. Like you really were like trying to get a job. I mean, it was like, it's different for like, I look at you differently because obviously you got kids, wife, stable house, like, you know what I mean? I'm still like on the way up. So like for me, I'm like, if I went out like a couple weeks without a job, I'll be all right. Like I know I'll get one. I won't like not freak out, but I'll be all right, But I'm like, in your situation, it's way different. It's more like you got responsibilities, you got shit to do,
Yeah,
if I don't fucking go out and drink from you or something, I'll be fine. I'll be okay.
Yeah, it's two different worlds, and I get it. Like yeah. It's weird because I even in taking this job, we're gonna have to make some changes. It's less money, but you know what? What I thought about was I need to focus on me, right? Like I need to focus on getting myself healthier. I'm in bad health, like meaning I'm just out of shape. And so I was like, you know what? I don't need a big job. I don't need the big title. I just need a job that will satisfy the family and give us insurance. And that's it. That's all I'm really worried about. So I'm like, I'm excited about the new job. I'm going to do well, but I'm just like, nah, I don't need that anymore. And so that's kind of what the other realization was like, I was chasing positions. And that's the other thing too. I think that's what took me a long time, is I was chasing all these large titles and things, and I wasn't getting what I thought I wanted.
Now, do you think your mindset kind of maybe shifted because now you have like the channel a little bit?
Yeah, I know. I want to do this, and I'd like to continue to do this,
because I've seen, just again, from at this point we could call each other friends, right? Like,
of course, no.
But this whole time, like I've seen you grow more. Your passion for the channel has grown more than even when you started. I mean, it took pure passion to start it, but from that point till now, and like even like last week, like I didn't realize when I was like talking shit about like the video last week of like the numbers, but I went back and looked and I was like, oh shit, like this was his best performing video, because in my head, like all the other ones, when you had that spree where your videos were going crazy, in my head I was like, oh, he already hit this number. It's not like a new feat. But like looking back and like going through, I was like, oh yeah, like that's actually like real growth from him. And then I even seen like your Everything Always, when I was watching the live, there was like 7 people, and I was like, he's actually growing. So in my head, like while you were going through like looking for a job, I was like, well, the channel's kind of like rewarding him a little bit, because now he's putting in not more time, but you're definitely putting more like focused time out. I thought like while you were looking for a job, like your content was a little bit more focused. Like you had more time to like, because before when you were working, bro, it was like late nights you were editing, you know what I mean? And then after the show you were edit. So I saw in my head, I saw that the channel was like giving back to you a little bit. So I was kind of curious, like, does that change your perspective on just like a normal job? Even though like, again, you need enough to keep the family stable.
Yeah, no, I think, listen, man, I think what was happening is I think I was I was not that I was putting the channel on the back burner, but I was just like, all right, the channel's there, I'll get to it. Now it's kind of like built into the process of my work and how I'm going to work. And, so I feel like I said, I feel one of the things that I couldn't do, and I'll just be honest with everybody, is I couldn't work on the channel 100% because I felt guilty. I felt like I needed to be hustling, looking for a job. But there was more ample time, right, to do more things. And I would love to do that. So I'm going to see if I can continue to work it into my work schedule along with this on how to continue to sort of bridge in more time for the channel. Because yes, it's growing. I'm building a pretty good base. And so I'm really having fun with it and excited and I'm obviously looking at it from a business perspective now more than ever, in terms of growth and types of videos and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm really getting excited. So let's do something before we talk about anything else. Let's acknowledge our folks in the chat. And I know we're a little bit behind, but we had Chat Mom. So Chat Mom is in the chat. Thank you so much. Hercules was giving us a shout out there. Llama Show with AD in the house. In Das Haus.
Das Haus.
Das Haus. Charles was here. Good evening. Good guys, good to see you.
Hey, good to
Charles,
see you, Charles.
Our day one right there, man.
Yeah.
Chat Mom says team procrastination.
Always. That's if I have a character flaw, that's the biggest one. Because I like my whole life, I've like always done shit last minute and got away with it. Always, like everything. Like even school. Like this time in school, there was like moments that I didn't give like the 100% I could have. Yeah. But like, at the end of the day, I'm still graduating. So it's like it works for me, I guess. It's a character flaw, though.
I'm with you. I am team procrastination when it comes to schoolwork and and college, man. I barely made it through college because when's the paper due? Friday? What is it, Thursday night, 10 p.m.? All right, I can get it. I can get there.
Yeah, I'll get it done.
I'll start now. Let's see. Chat Mom says you can cry. Crying is allowed. Oh no, I do plenty of that for the both of us.
That's what I'm saying. That guy was boo-hoo crying. It's crazy.
I was. But again, now you know why. Let's see. Hercules says, sorry to hear this, Llama. I know you turned it around. No, thanks, man. Charles says, try retirement. He went from full-time to Mr. Mom. Charles, if I could afford it, man, I would because I had a preview of what my retirement life would look like, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, it sucked because of the anxiety of trying to get a job, but when I had good days, I was like, this is nice. I went to the movies, I went to work out, I went to the grocery store, came and edited a video, watched the video. Like it wasn't that horrible. So and my wife was working the whole time. Birdie's in the building. Hello, everyone.
Mr. Good day, Birdie.
Chat Mom says, Llama, I get it. That's a single mom. I hadn't had job experience in 6 years and couldn't find any job that would accept me or one that paid me enough for childcare. So I worked third shift at a newspaper factory. Yeah. No, I'm telling you, it's crazy. She stayed with the kids all day and worked all night for 8 hours an hour. Shit got emotional. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I was at the point where I was going to start doing Uber Eats and fucking Uber. I was going to be an Uber. I was going to start doing Uber Eats. I'm going to hustle, man. I'm going to make that money for the family. But I was at the point where it's like, damn, nobody's calling. I need to do something. Let's see. Charles says, good for you, my friend. Will admit I work 1 day a week for mental time. Too bad it is on Monday. No problem, man. No problem. I know. I'm glad he's on this with he's with us late night tonight because usually he hits us on the replay. Yeah. Hercules says you needed that release for sure, Llama. So it's good that in a sense your channel and passion turned into your therapeutic journey. It was very, very therapeutic. Chat Mom says that's good. You were able to use your love of movies to make those connections. For sure. Hercules, I know that feeling all too well. LOL. And Charles says, good night all. We'll get up with you first thing in the morning. Thank you, Charles.
Good night, Charles.
Appreciate you. All right, so we got other big announcement, other big news. We hit another milestone. So we hit 2,000 subscribers today. I put the word out on Twitter and said, "Look, can I get to 2,000 by Sunday night live stream?" And we hit it while I was out with the family, and I was refreshing. I was at 1988, 1989. I was like, oh, okay, we're getting close. So all day long, I've been refreshing my phone, and we got to the 2,000, and I sent AD a text, and I was like, man, we got there. And he left it on red.
Yeah.
No.
This is expected, Llama. It's expected, dude. And plus, you already had 2,000 because of the Clips channel. So now you have 3,000, dude. Give yourself some credit, man. Come on.
And the Clips channel, I got to figure out what we're going to do with that Clips channel, but I'm just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like that you're doing. I like you doing this scene stuck in my head.
Oh yeah. Because again, that's from my business partner AD over here giving me tips and tricks on how to keep myself relevant in these clips.
Come on, man. Nah, I mean, congratulations on 2K, and stop saying you did that shit. Like, I didn't do shit for this. That's why I didn't really care to text back either. I was like, good job, Llama. I'll tell you on the show. But I also expect it from you. You know what I mean? Like, I see the time you put in. Again, we've been on this journey for over a year now. Like, legitimate over a year, watching you grow. Like, to me, you're always gonna hit 2K. You know, it's just a matter of time. And I think you're gonna hit more than that. Like, I think I see you 100K, like million. You know, so another milestone, dude. Good job.
Yeah, I did the math. 100,000 I need for this to be full time.
I wish I could start crying for you right now, but it just doesn't hit me that hard.
It doesn't hit you. You know what's funny is like the verse when I hit 1K, my family was really excited. Like, you know, my wife and my kids, they were like, yeah. This time around, I was like, guys, I hit 2K. They're like, yeah, okay. I'm like, come on, guys, let's celebrate. They were like, yeah, all right, you're fine, good job. But anyway, yeah, 2,000 subscribers. I'm excited, man. I'm really happy for the growth of the channel. So if you haven't watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, the actual movie, go watch that shit. That movie was really good. If you haven't seen my reaction, go watch the reaction. And then I did a movie review. I watched You People, which is a movie I think you would enjoy.
I seen it.
Oh, you did watch it?
I watched it in my way, but I seen it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and you know what's funny is I'm kind of just getting into movie reviews because I'm like, all right, if I watch this movie, I'm going to do a review. And the trailer reactions are kind of if spur of the moment, like if they happen. But yeah, I happened to watch it the night it was released, and I was like, oh, it was released last night or tonight. Let me put a review out there. And so I had fun with it. It was a little bit mid, to be honest, but
it was.
What'd you think of it, or what you knew of it?
No, so I watched pretty much. I just forward through it, to be honest.
Yeah,
because Andrew Schultz, you know, like the comedian that I really enjoy watching, he's in it. Obviously, Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill, but like watching it, it just seemed. And I love Kenya Barris, like the guy that produced it. Like I love all his shit, and like I look up to him in a lot of ways. Like especially because the last couple of years he's taken off, and I've seen a lot of people that I've watched like this podcast called Horrible Decisions, where they talk. It's like two girls that talk about like sex. They're from Florida and stuff, and I've watched them from the beginning. And one of them gets to work with Kenya now, and like actually is getting to work on these projects. So I'm seeing him like bring people that I've like watched grow into content creators and putting them in position. Also, like Andrew Schultz, he always says Eddie Murphy's the reason that he got into comedy because his dad had like the cassette and like they listened to it together, and that was like a moment where he was like, I need to be a comic. So even hearing him like talk about him getting on a movie with it, I like it, but the movie overall was kind of like Jonah Hill's acting was like he was like kind of mailed it in a little bit for me. Eddie Murphy, like the part that like, it was a funny movie, it was kind of cute, but it just felt like low budget. It was weird. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it felt, not that it was low budget, but it felt like it was like a TV thing that they just put together.
Yeah, that's exactly what my thoughts were. Was like it's like made. It's almost like made like Blackish or like an episode of Blackish.
Yeah.
Like each segment was like, okay, here's the premise. We got our players together, and go. And so I don't know. It had promise. It had a lot of promise, and it I mean, you had a stacked cast of comedic actors, and even that. What I thought was promising was that there was a first sequence where Jonah Hill's at a I guess either a Jewish party it's Yom Kippur, and they're celebrating, and you've got like on the Jewish side, you had like all the iconic Jewish actors and comedic actors sort of in this movie, and I'm like, oh shit, they're pulling out the big guns for this movie, and it was funny. Like they had their bits were funny.
There was some funny parts.
Yeah,
sure.
their bits were funny in that first 15-minute introduction, but then it got like the same old comedy, like Jonah Hill's lying and he's nervous, and Eddie Murphy's doing this, and like there's a couple of really good funny parts between him and Eddie Murphy, but then like it's the same shit. And I think when they got it's what I tell people is like sometimes you got to pick your tone with the material and then go for it. And so I think with the interracial stuff and the social issues and all that shit, it was good. But like, what were you trying to do with it? Like, is it like message, right? Or is it just like you're just hitting on it as part of the narrative? Like that's what I got out of it. So that's where it became mid. It just like it seemed like the same old tropes all through the movie, and then it's the cliche ending. Like the ending was so cliche, and so so yeah, I put that review out there. It's non-spoiler, and I didn't spoil it here either. Trust me, I'm not spoiling anything, but that's what I got. And what's funny is like I was laughing, but then I would look over to my wife and she wasn't laughing that much, and she was kind of just watching, and I'm like, "You all right? You like this movie?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's funny." Mm-hmm. And then when it ended, she either says if she liked it, "Oh, that's cute. It was nice." She didn't say anything, so I'm like, I don't know if she really liked it or not, but I liked it, but it wasn't like, oh my God, what I was expecting.
You could tell by honestly, I could have. I like guessed it was like I guess I don't know. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it, because to me it really did feel like a fucking. It's like an episode of Blackish. It really did feel like that. I don't want to compare them, but it really did. Now that you say that,
it's not the same.
I know
but
what you're talking about.
It's the same setup, which is like here it is, set it up, and then they for a segment of the movie they get into that issue, and it go back and forth.
And honestly, like the cocaine part, they were on that for way too long. It's like the whole bit. It's like, this is the guy I was telling you about.
Yeah, it's like
he just throws a bag on him. It's like, what's going on here, bro? That would never really happen.
Guy, that's the coke guy, and like it was funny, but I was like,
he's like, he has a belt that says coke guy.
Right,
oh no, on his fingers is a coke man.
That's right. It does spell coke man.
I don't know. It was weird, but like by the trailers, I was like, "This is not going to be as good as I thought." Because again, this is how I am. I hear about these things months in advance. So like Andrew Schultz was talking about this literally months in advance, and then I heard about it even before that. I was like expecting like to be like how Adam Sandler's like been doing. Like the movies he's been coming out with are a little bit more like, especially like with Uncut Gems, like more high quality, like. Good storytelling, has its moments, it's not really funny, but has its moments. I thought it was going to be something more along the lines of that, but it's a cool watch, I guess.
Well, I'll say this, and we can stop talking about it, but I think the problem was that they made Jonah Hill a smart character, like, and he seemed to be speaking truth. So like, it seemed like he was going to be this genuine, like, guy who will speak his mind. Because that's the setup, was that he's about the culture and he's doing this and he's in this podcast, he's being honest, he's honest to his family. So I'm like, okay, if Jonah Hill plays it this way the entire movie, then you've got conflict. You're going to have him saying some shit that's going to piss off Eddie Murphy. It would work. But in the minute Eddie Murphy comes on the set with him, he becomes the same stupid, comedic actor who, let me lie about this, and then the lie gets bigger and bigger, and then let me get
really
nervous.
think his acting was kind of ass.
Right. Yeah,
Jonah Hill specifically.
Yeah,
not that
I
good.
agree. Yeah. It had promise, but they just fucked it up. So, Chat Mom says she was going to see it, but now she's not. she wrote here, I wanted to watch that. And then let's see, down here she's like, well, now I don't want to watch it.
The power of the
man.
Llama show.
Exactly. We don't want you to waste your time. We don't want you to waste your time. All right, so we missed some stuff in the chat and stuff I wanted to talk about too, which was the Royal Rumble, which I don't know if you watched it or not.
I don't know, dude. Why would I watch it?
Oh, well, Bertie started the conversation here on the chat, and he says Cody Rhodes won the flocking Rumble. So yeah, I mean, it was expected. He came out towards the end. It was expected. I thought the Rumble was kind of mid because it did not have any like great cameos. Usually you'll get 3 or 4, either an old school guy, a couple of like celebrities here and there. Like you get it something, right? It was just kind of this like these mid card guys that like either were injured and haven't been there in a while. And yeah, it's good as a wrestling fan if you've been watching it, but like I was like, it's not what the Rumble's about. Usually the Rumble is kind of bullshit until you get to the like top 15 and then they get serious. But Cody Rhodes won that, which was good. Let's see. So now it's going to be Cody versus Roman Reigns at Mania. It's going to be great. Birdie's calling it great, so I agree with Birdie. And then Birdie asked if there was going to be a WrestleMania Discord. I think we should do that.
I think you guys are all liars. Nobody does Discords without me. Liars, all of you. Frauds.
Well, you have to be there. It's a 2-night event, and it's like 4 hours a night. we gotta pregame this thing.
Frauds, all of you.
Now, Logan Paul was in it, so Hercules says I was almost willing to bet they were going to give the Rumble win. Oh, sorry, Jake Paul.
It was Logan Paul.
Was it Logan Paul? Okay.
Yeah, come on, dude. Now white guys look the same.
I dislike the Paul brothers anyway, but
I don't. What?
But I will say,
Businessman.
I will say 2 things that I observed. One, the spot that he hit was phenomenal, and it was a great highlight. Like I turned to my son and was like, "Damn, that was a pretty good hit. That was a pretty good bump." And so, yeah, that got my respect on that one. And then I saw a video later where, now this is his self-promotion, right? There's a guy who's in the crowd, live streaming or like videoing him. And he's like, hey, check this out, man. I got Prime in my hand. And he takes the Prime and he drinks it for the camera while he's like knocked out halfway at the side of the ring. So I was like, all right, this dude knows how to promo himself, of course. Birdie says, no, he is. Logan Paul had a great Rumble moment. He actually has a great in-ring presence. You know what it is? And
I don't think that's how you spell that, but we'll let that slide.
It's not, but that's why you're here.
We'll let it go. Don't worry about it. I won't mention it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he had a great Rumble moment. I think as a heel, I think I would enjoy hating on him. You know what I mean? Like that. If there's a guy I hate on the screen, I'm wanting his demise. I'm wanting his downfall, and let him continue to win. You're gonna piss me off, but it's also gonna keep me glued to the TV. Like I love a good heel story, and I love a guy who I want to like root against, and then have him continue to win, so that it keeps me interested. Like, all right, who's Logan Paul gonna fight this week? Oh, he's gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna watch. You know what I mean? So, but I think that's what WWE is banking on but if he keeps hitting spots, and it's the same thing that Vince McMahon's son, Shane McMahon, when he first started showing up in pay-per-views, in rings, and like in wrestling, people were like, "Oh, it's the boss's son. Fuck this guy," right? But he started hitting some nasty spots. Like he was like, jumping off, 50-foot, lighting structures and shit. He was jumping off Hell in a Cell. He was putting his body into it. And so now he is a respected wrestler, even though he is still the boss's son. You can't doubt his thing. So I think Logan Paul is going to be in that same frame. So I'm turning the corner on him. I still don't like him, but I'm turning the corner on him as a performer and as a WWE wrestler who may get my attention. So I don't know. I think that's progress. Hercules says, I saw that as much as I can't stand the dude, he looked great out there. Yeah. And I'm saying that's how you earn the respect of wrestling fans. This is tempting. We shall have to do some planning, my good sir. So we're talking about the WrestleMania watch party. Again, with AD has to be part of it, or else it doesn't.
I'm not gonna be there, dude.
But WrestleMania's in April.
I'm off.
Well, shut up, man. You don't even know what your schedule's gonna be then.
Actually, I'm gonna stream that day something completely different.
We gotta figure out. Well, next week you're off. So next week, right? You're not gonna be on the show. So I have to find either a co-host or figure out what I'm gonna do next week.
I already said it up, dude. Hopefully.
Oh, okay. And then the following week is Super Bowl Sunday. So I don't know.
Should we not do a show and do like a watch party?
I was thinking that. My thing is I'm not sure where I'll be until 10, but I'll figure it out. That's what I'm saying. We got to start thinking about that because it is Super Bowl.
It's funny enough, we watched it last year before the show.
Oh, you know what? It had just ended, right? It had just ended when we started the show. Okay, so we'll figure something. Let's see, Birdie here. I think Roman's going to main event both nights, one for each belt. That'd be interesting. Everyone was talking about how The Rock did not show up at the Royal Rumble, and that's all Triple H had to talk about in the back was like, Triple H is smart. He just said, we want this guy here working because he loves doing this and it generates numbers. He's just not ready to do it. Yeah. So let's see. Chat mom. The only thing AD and I agree on is WWE. Oh, let's see. The Sammy turn was the whole show. Yeah. I'm not that sold on the bloodline. Let's see. Hercules. I was happy to see Sammy turn on the Usos. Let's see. He doesn't need to be there. I love that it was for Kevin Owens. Yeah. Maybe Sami Zayn versus Roman on night 1. I don't know. I don't know about that. Chat mom says AD and I will stream together.
Yeah, we'll do something else.
On WrestleMania, you're going to compete against us?
Yeah. Better hope there's not a fight night.
No. Hercules says, I'm flying out to Colorado just to make sure AD is there for the watch party.
That'll be the only way I'll do it. If he's in studio.
Chat mom says it will be him trying to teach me how to play. Oh, let's see.
That sounds like a video in my book.
Yeah, and Warzone, but I make my wife play.
That's funny because I read it as wifey too.
I did wifey, right? Warzone, but my wife takes on proximity chat. Oh dear God. Let's see, Warzone, but AD yells at me while I cry.
What are you crying for?
Right.
Shoot him.
Listen, that happens to me all the time, chat mom. When I'm the last one left, all these guys are barking orders. Turn left. It's on the right. Look up. What are you doing? No. Yeah.
Yo, any situation, I understand that it throws you off because we're all just yelling at you, but we're giving you good comms, man.
You are
doing everything opposite of what we're saying. It's like, go to the right. No, the other way.
And Bernie's my favorite because Bernie's like, Llama, he's right there. Like, you know I don't see shit. But that's Bernie's comments. Llama's right there. He's up top of you. I'm like, what? And then I turned the wrong way. Oh, damn it, Llama. Every time. Jay Birdie said, me and Llama coming out with a top 10 wrestling match video. We have to for the people. For sure. Let's see. Hercules says, I'll be the special guest referee. You guys don't know this much, but Chat Mom is the best one-liner insult artist out there. Let's see. Chat mom, not me with the motion sickness, confused about the left and right sobbing.
That would actually be funny.
She says she's gonna make kids cry in the game one day. But, dude, I was following. Oh my god, I was following one of the reactors who they went from doing movie reactions to being on Twitch, and like they cultivated an image, right? They're kind of inappropriate, naughty here and there, like, but they're not like over the top, right? And she gets on Twitch and she's playing Fortnite, and she's not a beast, but she's annoying. Like she like runs into like you're shooting at her and she's running towards you, and then she's shooting you in the face and she kills you. And then her insults, man, she went so blue. She was like, "Fuck you in the ass." I'm like, oh my god, like I was like shocked, and like people on the chat were like, what did she just say? What I thought she was like nasty to everybody. I was like, oh shit. So that might be chat mom. You never know. Let's see.
I don't think there's anything worse than a post blackout lobby when we demolish some team that's talking shit to us the whole game, and that last round. I don't think there's ever a time.
Yeah, but I'm struggling. Yeah, and I'm a bitch unless Birdie's there, so I'll bring the Jersey road rage energy. Oh my god, let's see, Jay Birdie. Your mother's mustache smells like the neighbor's toilet. Birdie.
Don Father in the chat.
Don Father, welcome. So yeah, no. So it would be interesting. It would be interesting. Whether or not we do a WrestleMania, watch along. Again, the tough part is just 2 nights, and so that takes its toll. It's like, how do you do it? Which night do you cover? Then the one night is on a Sunday, which is right in line with ours, and their show doesn't end until 11 o'clock. So we have to make that sort of work out. And then the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but all you gotta do for those things in those situations, like if there's something on a Sunday that we could still make content out of, we just label it as the Llama Show, and it'll just be like a companion. We'll talk shit with whoever's there.
Yeah, we'll just incorporate it into the thing. So yeah, we just have to make sure we work it out. That's all. I think so. She's responding to Birdie's insult there. Gross. So next week, I guess we'll talk offline. We'll figure what's for next week. But next week, AD will be absent. He will not he will not have been kicked off the show. He's taking taking it some time.
Did I tell them the story of last week when you sent me a last minute? And I was like, this is how this guy drops me? He dropped me like a teenage COD player. He just ghosted me.
Hey, listen, AD's story of leaving Blackout or being removed from this show, it's a real anxiety for him, because so last week I was running behind on getting the show together, and I thought I had more time. I jump in the shower, I get out, I'm running over here. My wife asked me for something. I'm like literally like 4 minutes or 5 minutes to go to start the show. And I finally send him an invite, and he gets on there. He's like, I thought you guys, I thought this was going to be it. I was like, AD, I never said anything. He thought for sure this was the end of his era on the Big Llama Show.
Hey, man. If it is, you got to hang my jersey in the Raptors in the studio. Retire my number.
Founding member of the show. Now, if I change the graphics and overlay, and you don't see me featuring Blackout, you know what happened. In fact, next week I'm not changing anything. I'm going to leave the graphics as is to not arouse any suspicion on your part.
Listen. You do that, I'm starting a show at 8 p.m. Central.
Leading up to it? Okay.
No, it's gonna be the same time.
No. Get out of here.
We're gonna talk. It's gonna be nothing but post fights.
People, you're gonna hijack my StreamYard.
Yeah.
we're both streaming at the same time, just different areas. Hercules says, "Oh shit, Blackout Civil War." I want a blackout baseball jersey with every member's name on it. Oh, that'd be awesome.
I know exactly what it'll look like too. I thought of this. It'd be sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so let's keep the discussions going. So we talk Royal Rumble. The winner of the Royal Rumble obviously was we had the women's Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley was the winner there. She was being billed as the next in line to headline WrestleMania. She's got a good angle going right now. And then you had Cody Rhodes win WrestleMania, so it's going to be Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns for the title, if they don't strip him of the title from now till then. So we'll see. But he should probably stay with it. And then you had a couple of championship matches. Yeah, they were okay. But again, I thought the Rumble was mid. I thought it wasn't as good as some other ones that I've seen. But kind of exciting.
Let me guess, the 1988 one. Was it 80,
was
89
the best
one?
one? No, 92 was actually one of the best Rumbles. But no, I'm just kidding. Before your
early
time.
1900s.
Yes, no, in the late 1900s. Please. Let's see. Birdie says AD podcast only talks about co-main events.
Yeah.
Just know I love those. Jay Birdie, the grandson of a plumber, needs the belt. Okay, yeah, it's Cody Rhodes. And listen, Cody Rhodes left AEW for this reason. Like I'm sure it was discussed. Like, you will get a WrestleMania headline, a WrestleMania, because that's any goal of any wrestler. And if you're going to take the guy who founded another organization and bring him back over, you got to have promised him something. So, yeah. Chat Mom says, yeah, the late 1900s. Get that shit right.
No, Llama was born in the early 1900s. He looks good for his age.
I do. That nun lady died. It was the oldest human on earth. Now I am. Oh my God. Anyway. So I know I have,
old lady.
What's it?
R.I.P. to the old lady.
R.I.P. to the old nun.
Long, illustrious life.
She was 118 years old. I'm gonna go stick my head in my oven now. Thanks. Jeez. Yeah, man. AD loves to throw it in our face about our age.
I mean, I'm gonna be 30 this year. I'll be all right. I'm catching up slowly.
When you were born, I was working. I was a young man in the work game. Let's see. So I wanted to talk Oscars, but only oh my God, but only because a couple things, and I know you're not that interested in AD.
Hell
so
no.
I'm not gonna pretend.
The White People's World Series, I'll be all right.
Hercules says he'll be 29 on Sunday.
Let's go.
Young man.
Young sprout over here.
Exactly. Chat Mom says I'm 33 now. That's annoying. You guys think I'm 80, so
We don't think, dude.
No, yeah, I know. I get it. I told you my birth certificate says 68 versus 78. So I was 15 years old in kindergarten. So and I was a big dude, so we'll see. He's big for his age, just as my mom used to tell him. Oh man. So I only want to talk Oscars only because there's a couple of like categories I was surprised in a little bit, and in one that I thought for sure was going to go and it didn't. But Black Panther got nominated, for a couple of costume and editing, and then they had
that coming.
Yeah, you saw that, and then you actually had Angela Bassett, who was nominated for for her performance in it as a supporting actress. But having watched the other 3 movies on that, except for one, like there's 4 other movies on there for the supporting actress, she ain't gonna win. Angela Bassett is not going to win. So I wouldn't, again, before I saw those movies, I thought she was a shoo-in. I was like, fucking give it to her. Like, she deserves it because she's had other roles. Sometimes they give you like not the sympathy one, but it's like she's been a great actress and she's had roles that she should have won for before. But now that I saw the other movies, I'm like, it's gonna be tough to give it to her. And like there's the girl from Everything Everywhere All at Once. There's the girl from The Whale. Both better performances than Angela Bassett, just in my opinion. But when they got to
Shocker, the movies he cried in.
Hey man, they're good movies.
This deserves an Oscar.
Shut the fuck up.
Angela Bassett's winning, dude. Mark my words. Mark my words. Put it on stake right now.
That she's winning?
Yeah, she's winning.
Okay.
100%. My insiders told me.
Let's see. Hercules, Llama invented the Crip Walk. Talk to Snoop and deserves an Oscar off that alone. Stop it. Oh, wait. The guy who took a restraining order against the Fresh Prince. Oh, my God. And then Top Gun Maverick got a bunch of nominations, and they got it for Best Picture, which is more of a because they have 10 in the Best Picture category. So like you traditionally had 5. Now they throw like a bone to these big movies. So
yeah, but that was I mean, think about it. That was the biggest movie of the year.
Yeah. Well, then that's the thing. That was the whole thing. And the reason that they went to 10 was like they didn't want to acknowledge that, look, this movie is the best movie because everybody saw it, right? Or it's the best movie from a financial perspective. But Top Gun Maverick was a good movie. Is it the Best Picture nomination? I don't think so. Elvis was nominated, which I saw that was mid. It was good, but it wasn't like the Best Picture. And then Avatar got nominated, The Way of Water. That thing's made $2 billion. And I still haven't seen it, and I don't think I'm gonna see it. I think I'm pissed.
I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. Dude.
I can't spend
nobody.
3 hours.
You know what it is? People have seen it, and nobody's like, "Well, yeah, this is why this movie is great." They're just like, "Oh, it looks good." That's all they say. It looks cool, but nobody's like, I cried when I watched Llama's reaction to it. Nobody says that, dude. Literally, I've asked people, I'm like, what about it was a good movie? Oh, how it looks. Okay.
The visuals?
Yeah.
Blue people, it's Avatar.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Chat Mom with some fire. I say it every time. I fucking hate Tom Cruise.
He's a punchable face for sure.
He does. He's got a smug look, and he's, doing all kinds of crazy shit. I think he's a crazy person. Like he's gonna die on the movie set. Like I think he's
you think, dude?
Yeah, he's gonna die on the set, man. Fucking. And you see,
my guy's a Scientologist, dude.
Yeah,
you just figured out he's crazy.
No. I meant like really like okay. There's some people who you believe certain shit. And you're like, okay, they know how to like pretend they're normal. He's just fucking losing it. Like he's just doing all kinds of he's just jumping off of buildings for no reason. Like he's cutting promos and like, oh, welcome to my trailer, and he's jumping off of a plane in the middle of the like, what are you doing?
Some people just want him more, Llama. What can you say?
I guess. I mean, he is a movie star.
That's what I'm saying. Some people just want him more. And look at what the movie did. Like it was all worth it. Everything he did was worth it.
That the movie was good. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Chat Mom will not see it, I guess, or hasn't seen it. Oh my God, this is the probably the best comment we've had. He looks like he collects women's toenails. Tom Cruise. So that's all. There was a couple of movies that because I watched the whole announcement of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to read the titles of the short animated films, because someone had said I'm almost certain that they put this category in and they picked these movies to make these guys look like stupid. Here's a couple of the names. My Year of Dicks is the name of a animated short film in the category. My year of dicks.
A feminist wrote that.
And the guy had to go like with a straight face. He's like, and the nominees are My Year of Dicks. He had to say that. And then the next one he says, he goes, the next movie goes, and an ostrich told me the world is fake, and I think I believe it. like they made him say that shit. That's the name of 2 of the animated short films. I think the other one was The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, which wasn't funny, but that dude stopped the minute he said my year with dicks, and he was just like, he just looked around like, who told me to say it? And he had like a proper accent and everything. He's like, and my year of dicks.
It really got you, huh?
It did.
Listen, I was just about to say this. The Oscars are so out. Like nobody younger than my generation gives a fuck about the Oscars at all. Nobody's like, yeah, my year dicks was nominated. Nobody cares about none of this. Like, I don't know. That's kind of like a old Hollywood thing that's just ingrained in the Hollywood culture. But like, you're definitely showing your age there, Llama.
That's all right. Again, that's why we work well together. I'm the old man who brings in the old folks. You're the young guy who brings in the young folks. That's it. And then you guys hit me with dad jokes, and that's all it is to it. So. Chat Mom says if a femme wrote it, it would be my year without socks, and she corrected herself. My year without dicks. I'm definitely getting the ad suitability check on this one tonight.
Yeah, we talked about cocaine and dicks.
It's
not a good combination, dude.
No. And you know what's funny is I like when it comes up, I have to think about what we said before I submit, because you're supposed to submit for a live review, and somebody physically watches your live stream to figure out what you said. And I think one night we had said something just completely outlandish, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna let that one go. Tonight's the same way. I'm like if they catch me for ad suitability, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna let that one go.
Yeah, but you just don't gotta say it in the first 5 minutes.
No, if it's any, I guess they get a transcript, or the system gives a rundown, and they look for words you said throughout the show or throughout the live stream. Because once because at first it doesn't have anything, and then it like an hour after the show ends or it's up on the thing, I get a notification that says, hey, you can't monetize this video because of ad suitability. And then they're like, do you want to challenge it? And I'm like, I don't know. Let me look.
You should challenge it every time. Bet on yourself, because there's people saying way worse shit than us.
Oh, yeah.
And they're making a lot of money.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, yeah. So Oscars are for old people. We've
That'll probably get us demonetized because of the fucking system, dude.
Because you don't like the Oscars.
Yeah. Like, this brown guy's telling us the Oscar sucks. Demonetized.
Channel strike. He's gone.
He's gone. See ya, pal.
Oh man. Now I had debated, because it's for old people now that you fucking said that.
You gotta know that though, right? Like,
oh no. I don't think young people care about the Oscars. I just think it's an industry.
The Grammys.
Yeah, no, but I don't care about the Grammys.
Yeah, but I care more about the Grammys than the Oscars, and I don't care about either. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of like being a music fan, like, I pay more attention to that, you know. But they're both for the past generations, I think, honestly. Like,
yeah, I mean, award shows are kind of lame sometimes. I enjoy them because I grew up on them, and so that's why I keep watching it. But they are kind of like I've stopped watching. I used to watch the whole circuit, like if there was movie award shows like the SAG Awards, the Golden Globes. I used to watch them all. Now I only watch Golden Globes and the Oscars, and that's just because I enjoy that. But that's it. Let's see. Chat Mom says here, I didn't realize the Grammy and the Oscars were different things.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got it. Thank you for showing my age. Fucking Add suitability, stick it up your ass. There we go.
Voice challenge. Wise words from Hercules.
No, I'm with you. Okay, so let's move on from old people topics to something I saw that I just wanted to mention it. I don't know if you saw that the creator of Rick and Morty, you see he got in trouble?
Yep.
And he's the voice of like 6 characters on that show, and he's the creator, and they're still moving on with the season.
Of course, bro. You think they're gonna give up that gold mine? Especially they just dropped the game. Like they don't give a they don't give
But they still have to pay him.
Of course.
They still have to pay him. So what are you really doing with this whole?
Well, I mean, you got to think. Let's be real. Guy's a creative. He's probably, he's probably. You got also like the content he makes, and then the allegations that came out of it. I was like, it makes sense. You know what I mean? I'm like it makes fucking sense. But as a creative, I think it hurts more that you can't, especially if that's like your lifelong project and it's so successful. It has a cult following, and they take you away from the creative process. And now, like, even though he's still getting paid, the show could go to shit.
Oh, it's
and it could ruin the legacy of the show. I mean, it probably won't, but I'm just saying, like, it could happen where it's like, what season is it? 6 or whatever? It's like season 6. 6 sucks. You know what I mean? Anything after 6 is trash because the creator wasn't a part of it. Like it can't happen. So I think that's what's kind of more hurtful. But yeah, I mean, he's still getting paid. So it's like you're not really hurting his pockets, but you are taking his creative shit away. And then what does he do now? Like go create another show? It's like it's gonna be hard for him to get on, and he's gonna have to do it very independently. If something does come out of it.
Well, he'll go to the all right. So when you're Outcast, you make your own podcast, you make your own network of like following. Like people are going to follow him somewhere else. So we'll see. But I mean, let's see. Chat Mom says that she did, and she was super disgusted. It's old news, bro. They kept it secret for long enough to no matter and let him make a game and shit. So. Yeah, I think they knew about this. It's an old arrest, but he's going to court for it and stuff's coming out. Now he hasn't been convicted or anything, but at the same time, I think they have enough information where they go, you know what? Let's step away from this guy for a little bit. And again, because they're using it's his intellectual property. He's the creator of that show. I'm pretty sure that they already had written the season. And they can get a voice guy to finish up if there's any recordings. I think they're just going to finish up the season. I think he's probably already recorded his parts. They're just officially letting him go.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. You're supposed to be a children's channel. Like a teenage channel. I mean, although, again, the content's not. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, that's it.
The game is fantastic, by the way.
Yeah. Well, Chat Mom's got she knows a little more. She has false imprisonment and abuse and shit. The wrong people will follow that. Not a great fan base left then. Yeah.
The game is good. I watched Birdie pretty much beat the game while I was in Florida. That shit was fire.
Yeah, Chef's kiss to High on Life. No, yeah, I want to play it. I do want to play it, and I've watched a bunch of people on Twitch playing the game, and so I want to play for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunate he's a piece of shit.
Yep. Birdie says Flintstones movie, Be Kind Rewind. Okay, which Flintstones? The first one or Viva Rock Vegas? Because I like them both. Let me know which ones, Birdie. We're watching both. We get it free because of Xbox Pass.
Yeah.
You know what's coming out this week? Not this week, but it's coming out soon. Is that Harry Potter game, right? Like that new open world Harry Potter game.
Yep, that game's gonna. I hope it's as good as it's anticipated to be because I know so many people that are excited for it. Like, literally, when I go to work, everybody talks about it. Everybody I cook with, they all talk about it. Birdie's excited. I'm excited. I know Big Homie's a huge fan.
Yeah.
Like, the game's going to be massive. So I just hope it's not like a Cyberpunk situation where they kind of release a half shell of the game that's like not
Yeah.
completely ready. Definitely gonna make for good content though.
Oh yeah.
Definitely gonna make for good content. It also sucks that it's not like co-op. It's a single player type of game, so it's like you lose a little bit of the experience that you could have had with that. So I don't know.
But how would you co-op? Like like playing together
Yeah, because it's an
in,
open
in, in
world
the
game.
world? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's an open world game, and
Oh, that would have been awesome if you can come flying right by me, and be like, "Hey man, where we going?
that's what I'm saying.
Let's
But
go beat this. Let's go beat this mission."
who knows? You know, who knows? DLC, like they're already talking about like the Quidditch pitch being like DLC. So they have plans for it for the future, but I don't think maybe unless co-op is something they're hiding and they can release it like post-launch, which that would be sick. I think that would have been the best thing for the game, like longevity, because like eventually people will beat the game and then like once you and supposedly the game's really huge, so I don't know how long it would take to actually beat the
Yeah.
game. But somebody people are gonna beat the game, and then what do you do once that happens? You know, is it like what's the replayability going to be like once you kind of finish all the missions and do all the? And again, it's probably going to be a huge game, so it's not going to be easy to. I'm sure
Right.
they're going to have like collectibles and shit. Like even High on Life, like Birdie beat it, but then he said he wants to go back and like read, like get all the little like artifacts and shit like that. So I don't know.
Yeah. That's like Grand Theft Auto was the same way. Like they had the missions, but then you had the side missions to get, different, percentages of the game beat. So the same. So I'm excited. It's one of the games that I'm thinking about getting because not that I don't like it, but I'm just like when I buy a game and I'm into it, I'm gonna play it a lot. So I'm like, do I have time for this? Let's see. Bertie answered about the Flintstones. He says the John Goodman one is better, but both are great. Okay, so that's the original one. Hercules says, "Oh, you could do the OG Mario movie too. The the rise of the new one coming out. Oh yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you could be doing, like the Scream franchise. I don't know why you haven't tapped into that yet.
I'm gonna get there. Chat Mom says, I mean, we hate J.K. Rowling, but and we're getting the Hard Potter game, the hard Harry Potter game. Oh, this spell check. Bertie says he already bought the Harry Potter game. Okay,
Yeah, he bought the deluxe or whatever.
And is it available already, or is it pre-order? Okay. Yeah, I gotta get my nickels together and see if I can buy the game. Hogwarts is gonna be awesome. Okay. Just learned that the studio who made it doesn't really have much experience. Oh.
I don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I hope it's as in-depth as they're making it seem. Yeah, I mean, it's an open world game. It's going to be, you're going to have to get your shit right. They mostly made mobile games and they made Disney Infinite. Or something like that. Okay. I wasn't a fan of the Disney Infinity games. They were okay. Where's everybody's? Oh, well, it's everybody's house. Okay. Harry Potter house. Let's see. Hercules says, I'm Gryffindor, but I secretly want to be Ravenclaw. Bertie's definitely Slytherin.
I as well.
You can raise mystical beasts and it's going to be a huge part. Oh, crossbreed? Okay. See, I want to make sure. Chat Mom says, I always end up in Slytherin. But Hufflepuff is by the cafeteria, so I'd like to be there. Bertie says he's Slytherin for sure. It's a Chattercorn way. Chattercorn in the streets and a snake in the sheets. All my friends are Slytherin.
Except for homie.
Goddamn heathens. Yeah, where they put the foreign kids. That's where I would be.
Not in a movie, dude.
Exactly. I'm Victor Crumb's crew. We come visit.
Oh my god.
For the goblet.
I always thought that was cool. I was like, there's other schools.
Right. I want to go to the school with the girls who walk in with the, whatever they were all flexing.
Yeah.
They look good.
I don't know, man. I hope the game is as good as it looks because it looks like it could be a game that creates a lot. To me, I look at it for content, especially now that I'm like itching to get back to streaming again. I'm like, that's gonna be a good game to start streaming on, like actually streaming. And I thought it was for some reason I only thought it was like console, but I was wrong. Gonna
It's
be
on
on
everything,
PC.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Birdie chimes in. Llama is a Hufflepuff for sure.
I can see
Hercules says all the foreign kids are in the kitchen with Dobby.
that.
Rest in peace, Dobby.
All right, PJ. You crying that part?
I did.
I did it.
But like at the time,
But I wanted to.
the French bitches. Dobby is a free elf. Fucking poser. No, no. You know what's funny is I wasn't as emotionally invested in the character because honestly, the first time I watched it, it was I was learning so much. Like it was weird. Like when I watched the first one, I wasn't that interested. I was like, oh, it's okay. I didn't realize it was a whole franchise book series. My wife read every book and was like catching up and she knew everything about it. So she was like heavily invested in the movies. But for me, I was like, I'm learning the lore. I'm learning like what is what.
Yeah.
So first viewing, and first sort of
you watch it in theaters?
No, hold on. The first one we did not. I think we've only seen 2 of those movies in the theaters. I want to, yeah, because again, we were at the point where we had kids, so we couldn't take them to the theater.
Oh,
but
they're young.
I think my wife watched the last one in the theater though. I think she went to the theater. I bought all the Blu-rays for them as they were coming out, or the DVDs at the time, and I watched them at home. But second or third viewing, because now I've watched them 2 or 3 times, definitely got emotional on the Dobby scene the second and third time. But like at first I was just like trying to figure where everything was at. But damn, way more emotional with Snape and the whole ending, and it was crazy. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, the Harry Potter like lore is fire.
Yeah,
through and through. Like that's why I've always been interested. It was funny because my mom being a Jehovah's Witness and stuff. That's witchcraft and shit is not something they like condone, but
yeah.
For some reason, she let us always watch those, and I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them in theaters. I'm pretty sure because I specifically remember the Chamber of Secrets trailer, like going to the theaters and seeing that for the first time, and being like, I have to see this movie because they had the duel, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so sick, and then it was like really a cock tease, to be honest, but it's nonetheless great movies overall.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it was one of those things like this. Now I recently rewatched them. Like I want to say almost not even like a few months ago. Like we were like, I think it was during the summer. We're like, all right, what are we gonna do? Oh, let's watch Harry Potter, on some nights. And we got to the movies and we're like, man, this is better than I remember it. Like it was really, really good.
Oh no, the movies are fantastic. Every time. Honestly, especially like the later movies. Because like the first really up until what? Goblet of Fire after, the tone of the movie shifted and it got a little bit darker and more serious. And then it kind of like you felt the stakes of them. So like I always enjoy like when I rewatch them or like see like somebody watching it, I'm like, yo, like these movies are way darker than I remember. Because as a kid, I'm like thinking of like a hero story almost, but like towards the end of the movie it becomes like the villain story for the most part.
Yeah. So Hercules wants to know, Harry Potter franchise, what's your favorite movie out of the series? And then he says, and why is it Rise of the Phoenix? Nah.
Mine's Goblet of Fire for sure.
Yeah, that's my all-time favorite. Yeah,
100%. Everything about that movie, like seeing the World Cup of Quidditch, like, 'cause I was a huge fan of Quidditch. I was like, yo, they got the World Cup, and like seeing how extravagant that was. And then the actual tournament, like there's a lot of, again, the tone of the movie shifted in that movie. So it was like, oh my God, like I'm here for a ride.
It started off like so like magical of the World Cup, like getting you immersed, and then you got the Death Eaters and I was like, dude, this is like awesome. And then the whole Goblet of Fire, like tournament, the Triwizard tournament. I'm like, they're introducing new schools and like that whole sequence at the end where Voldemort finally gets revealed. Hands down, best movie in the series.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well,
Maybe
like
honestly, I haven't watched the whole series in completion and ever. I don't think like like I've watched the movies when they came out, and then I
Mhm.
would like see random ones sporadically, but I've never like sat down and watched the whole series. I'm curious if that would have the same take though if I watched them now and like watched them in order.
I think the first three are not hard to watch, but they're just kind of like introduction but once you get to Goblet of Fire, the rest of the series is like you're in, like you are keyed in. Um, let's see here. So Hercules said his was the Rise of the Phoenix, and he was corrected by Chat Mom. Order the Phoenix, asshole. She wrote, that's why you're not in Ravenclaw. Oh man. Hey, hello, how are you? Theo girls, Theo Geary is here. Welcome. Let's see. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. Insert "It's been a while" lyrics here. Oh man, Bernie has a pretty good question. Do we like the Fantastic Beast movies?
I never watched.
No.
I've heard bad things.
I watched the first one and was confused. I fell asleep in the second one. It's rare for me to go to a movie theater and be like nodding off. Because even in a shitty movie, I will stay awake.
Not me, dude. In a good movie, I'll fall asleep.
No.
I'll be enjoying the fuck out of the movie, but I'm knocked out.
Oh, let's see. Hercules, he actually hasn't seen them. What are your thoughts? I mean, it could have been good. It could have been good, but they just, I don't know. And then they try to bring Dumbledore at the end, and they'll be like, "Oh, look, it's Dumbledore, guys." No, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chat Mom says, seriously, the characters are way better in the books. Ron and Hermione are way different in the best ways. I mean, coming from a book reader, right? We hear that all the time. Like book people, like it's better in the
They
book.
always say that, but
I have not read a book since fifth grade.
It's hard to argue that because like books allow the like movies you're seeing what they want you to see, but the books you can imagine anything really. And I had every book at one point, and I don't think I've read them all, but I've gone like I'm pretty sure I got through at least like 4 or 5 of them, like for sure. But I had every book at one point, and like it's better because there's just more detail. Like in those movies, especially then, they weren't allowing these 3 hours. Think about if Harry Potter came out now, all the movies would be 3 hours.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. Like towards the end, it started getting like more hefty, but that's just because there was so much shit. But like if those movies were made now, the amount of detail they would probably put into it would be way different.
Oh yeah. Again, they kind of started with some shitty CGI, and they finished like when they had all like with
everything, some
of the best work that's out there. So it's like, yeah, because if you watch the first one and you watch the first time he's on the broom, it's Scorpion King bad. Like that's how you got to be careful with that shit. But it's still
Scorpion
fun.
King bad, dude.
It is Scorpion King bad. Let's see. Chat Mom says I haven't seen them either because I never read it. I don't know if I want to watch. I mean, like I said, I thought they were really boring. I just couldn't get into it. Birdie's a really good man. You get to see Dumbledore in action and understand the real brain power with that guy. So Birdie likes it. I'm shocked. Maybe we'll test the waters. Save your money. The movies are good, but they're hyper focused on Harry in a weird way. Okay,
it's called Harry Potter.
It's the Potterverse.
Yeah,
he's the boy who lived.
The boy who lived, dude. Literally a walking legend, dude.
The books do so much justice to Ron and Hermione's relationship over the years. The movies made it weird with Harry in there. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we got some ADs in the chat. Thank you. Let's see. Sometimes I think Hollywood really exaggerates the bravery of their heroes, especially historical movies. They may be brave, but the way Hollywood shows them sometimes kind of funny. Oh, like 300. Yeah. Hollywood needs to sell tickets and it's spectacle. And so when they have like a character that can go over the top, they'll do it every time.
Yeah.
Chad Moss says, like Ron wants some little bitch. He was always the first to throw a punch, and Hermione was a bad bitch kidnapping. Oh, okay. Chat Mom agrees. So what? Neville is the real hero.
That's what they say.
Well, and Neville has the best like makeover and or growth. The guy goes from this little fat kid, awkward fat kid, and now he's like on like Vogue magazine, shirtless, and he's like a model now. Oh, we hate Harry. It's Harry Potter.
You hate Harry.
It's the boy who lived.
Harry is kind of an asshole, though.
He's really about himself sometimes.
I respect that, though.
Too. Chat Mom, sexy Neville. Oh man, we've dove into Harry Potter world here. This is good. This is fun. This is what the show's all about. Is just kind of figuring out where we're going to talk about. And we got into Harry Potter discussion. I think I should just take this last segment and make it a Be Kind Rewind about Harry Potter. Just rebrand all the images.
No, we would have to actually do that though.
Oh no, we have to go break down those things.
Because that would be good content. And then like get somebody like Big Homie on it. He loves Harry
Oh
Potter.
yeah. We get Chat Mom on here. She knows a lot about the lore. She's read the books, and maybe he shouldn't have lived. She's going for the jugular on Harry.
Maybe he shouldn't have lived. It's crazy.
I loved in the movies they used to bring in the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, and you knew that guy was going to be a fuck up of some sort. And then they made Snape, and then you knew that shit was real. Jay Birdie, he's James Potter's kid. What do you expect from the kid who lived?
He's definitely Snape's son.
I think so. John has to deal with Harry's weird mommy's love issues.
Ginny.
Ginny.
Exactly. Ginny used the love potion on him, dude. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not real, dude.
I mean, he had the Asian girl.
Oh my god,
who loved
so
him.
Hot. As a kid, I was like, wow. That's also why my favorite movie is Goblet of Fire.
Harry Potter had his pick, and then he goes for Ginny Weasley. Like, come on,
crazy,
man.
Bro. Mid.
He could have had one of the French bitches.
He could have had anybody, dude. He was the boy who lives. He didn't really use that to his advantage.
Bernie here with the hot take. Tom Riddle was a cuck.
Yeah. Cuckle doodle doo.
AT would love Cho.
100%.
Exactly. But I'm telling you, she was definitely way better than Ginny for sure. Let's see. We got serious commentary here. I'm saying this because there are 21 Sikh soldiers in 1897 who fought against 10,000 Afghans. They not only fought, but they also won. Everyone who was died, but they hold the post for one whole day. Okay. Diogiri is coming in with some fire, with some real shit. He's breaking it down for sure. But nobody knows about them. And look, there's many stories that need to be told for sure. And Birdie, finally, we go from Diogiri's breakdown to Cuckadoodle Dude. That's just our show.
I told you, but I finally got Birdie to watch Heels on Stars.
The show?
Yes.
Okay.
And he loved
I have not watched it.
I know you haven't, but it's fire, dude. Especially like seeing, because I don't know shit about wrestling, but I just like the show itself. And then like hearing Birdie's commentary, and like there was like a lot of people that obviously I wouldn't know any wrestlers or anything, but a lot of wrestlers were in it. They had like actual like things, so maybe it's something you could watch for the channel.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
We could do a Be
Heels.
Kind though, because that'd be cool.
Oh, like a breakdown of the show
Mhm.
of the each season. All right, we could do that. I got to get on that though. Oh, here Birdie gave a rating. Heels B+.
It's not bad.
You know what I'm finding out, and I'm not. This is gonna sound like I'm insulting Birdie, but like I dig Birdie's takes. Like he's very genuine on his takes, and then when you watch the stuff that he watches or he tells you, hey, check this out, he's usually pretty right. So B+, that's a pretty good rating from the Birdman. So the Birdie, Normandy and Herc is all America needs. Oh man. All right. Well, listen, I think we've had a good time tonight. We're getting to the end of the show. So next week, let's talk about next. So next week we're going to come up with something, but AD will not be in on the show. And again, AD has not been removed from the show.
That's what he's telling people, dude.
The graphics will still say featuring Blackout AD. But we will have. You said you were working on something. I don't know what you're working on, but
it was just gonna be. I was trying to get Bird to go on.
Oh, okay. Hey,
I mean,
Bird,
he said he would, but I gotta make sure. And if not, we can record something pretty ample.
Yeah, we got time. I got time. I got a couple more weeks before I start the workforce. So, all right. So anyway, so AD may or may not be on the show next Sunday. He may have a pre-recorded segment or not. We'll figure it out this week. But guys, do join us next week, Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Big Llama Show. Guys, again, we hit 2,000 subscribers. Very, very happy about that. I want to thank everybody who contributed, who retweets my posts, who watches my videos, who helps support the channel. I am just again, I am so happy that the channel continues to grow. It's an amazing feeling to kind of hit milestones, to see things growing, and again, even videos that I'm putting out that I think I'm just putting this out there. I don't know what the reaction will be. Getting good reactions and getting good commentary. Again, trailer reactions and movie reviews, which again I stopped doing because I was focused on this. Now that I'm putting them out little by little, people are still reacting to them. So it's been a great experience. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank AD for the Sunday night live streams and contributes to the show. He's been on Be Kind Rewind. He's on the podcast. So like, AD, you're a big part of this. So thank you. To everybody, to Chat Mom, to Jay Birdie, to Herc, to Gabe, and everybody, all you guys who are here all the time, at week to week, man. I am just so grateful. And again, this is what it's supposed to be. We're having fun. We're having a good time. And join us next week for the same good time and fun. You have anything else? Any parting shots before we take off?
Stop crying in videos, dude.
I got to pick my movie for next week, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Hercules, drop those likes and subs right meow. Meow. And he said it's the best show on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We certainly think it is. Yeah, I got to pick my movie for next week. I might have to keep. Chat Mom says I got to keep crying. Keep the crying.
It's all fun and games until he actually blows up, and now you got every day he's getting tweeted the gifs of him crying.
Exactly. Be like, when I'm on Access Hollywood, they'll be like, "Do you remember these times when you were crying on YouTube?"
Oh God.
Oh, let's see. Herc has a comment here. You should watch Wally and cry the entire time to make a statement. I love that movie. Wally, Crybaby by Johnny Depp. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. Chat Mom, I'm shaving my head Wednesday, so donation closes then. Yes, guys, if you'd like to donate, hold on. I think I have. Hold on. Before we get off the air, Before we get off the air, let me share the link right now. Right, meow. Let me get to my channel and let me put this out for you guys. Yes, we need to share that link, guys. She is doing an amazing thing. She's raising some money for cancer research, and part of that is that she's also shaving her head, and so that's going to be awesome. And you know, I think it's so brave and amazing that one, they're going to shave your head at all, like ladies shaving their heads. It's like crazy. Um, but the fact that she's raising the money, she's using her time to help raise the funds is just amazing. So I'm pulling up the community post that I put up here, and I'm going to share the link with everybody here. So give me one moment, please. All right, so copy the link, guys. Make sure the long link, but it goes to the it goes to her channel or it goes to her donation. So make sure you click on that or go to my community page. You guys will see a post there for St. Baldrick's, and that's the foundation that she's working on. So Chat Mom, if you share any pictures or any progress, let us know.
The link doesn't work, dude.
Oh, it doesn't work. Great. Hold on.
Might work on Twitch though. It does.
Hold on. I'll do another link here.
Boom.
All right, see if this link works. This is a better link.
There it goes.
All right, let's see. I give you a tell-all when we do the podcast. I'm actually just an anti-hero. Yeah, no. So we're definitely going to schedule that. So, guys, make sure you go to the link if you would like to donate. Again, it's St. Baldrick's is the foundation. And so if you're on the podcast listening to this, look up St. Baldrick's Foundation, and you can donate there as well. So, guys, thank you so much. Awesome cause, and again, it's just I don't want to get emotional, but that's amazing. It's an amazing thing. So, no crying on the stream. Just
dude, I'm telling you, start crying and just leave. I'm gonna leave and join the chat.
And listen, again, the reason that I share the link, one is Chat Mom has been a big part of the show.
Yep.
And so I support those who support me, but kids with cancer, I mean, anybody with a heart that should get to you. But
heartless,
no, I'm saying it should be. You should feel that automatically. You hear kids with cancer, you should automatically be like, all right, what do I need to do? But I've had cancer issues in my family. So and my mom passed away of cancer, of leukemia, which is one that attacks kids. So the kids with cancer thing, research could help that. So trust me, I support it, not only because she's a good friend of the show, but I believe in the cause. So thank you so much for doing that. So
thank you, Chat Mom.
For the Chat Mom. So we'll end it on that, guys. So guys, remember every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome back. Come back to the show. This week, hopefully Monday or maybe Tuesday, we're dropping an international film. Baja Boulé is what it's called. It's a two-parter. It's going to come out at the same time.
Is it a documentary about Baja Blast?
No, it is not. It's actually a pretty. It's like a Lord of the Rings battle epic. It's pretty good. So trust me, if you haven't seen it, check out the reaction, and you may want to watch it. It's on Netflix, but I'll put all the links and everything on there. So that's going to be this week, and then I'm going to record something else. I don't know what I'm going to record just yet, but I'm going to record another movie, and we'll be putting it out. So keep up to the channel, look at the community page, and check out myself and AD on all the socials. Guys, that's it, man. I'm the Big Llama. He's Blackout AD. It's the Big Llama Show, guys. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace out, everybody. Now let's end this shit. End the broadcast.